Hello, welcome to part 67 of this Airbnb clone Ruby on Rails series. And in last video, I worked on a bit of profile related code. And in that, uh, one of our community members named Alexander did create a PR. Okay, so first of all, that's a great thing to do. My code is obviously it's an open source. You can contribute to it. So it's really great that he created a PR suggesting optimizations changes on that particular way and writing the code in a much more Ruby way, basically. And I've seen the changes; they are really great, and I will definitely incorporate those changes in one of my future videos. Not right now, because right now my strategy is to keep things really simple and finish it off. And finish it off meaning that finish all the features, and after that we will have dedicated time for optimizations, like what all things we could have optimized in a various way. For example, in this PR they have mentioned using profile helper. So if you remember, in like midway around like 20-30 video down the line, there was one situation where we could have used helper. I did mention it in video, but at the same time I did mention that I won't do it right now, we will do it later, because I want to create separate videos for helpers, services, uh, routes related changes. So there are various ways in which we can optimize this code. We will create specific videos for them. That being said, that does not mean that if you know a problem, you should not mention it. You should definitely mention it, because there are very good chances that when we actually end up creating the video, I have written a lot of to-dos in the code base, but when we actually try to implement those things, we might forget some things. So it would be better if you can, if something comes to your mind, definitely comment on it. I'm also learning these things, so I'm really interested in learning from the community, not just a one-way communication with the community. That being said, obviously they have done this nice work. I haven't seen anyone, even I haven't done this, that I haven't gone through any YouTube videos or and gone through their, I might have commented on their videos that this could have been improved in this way, but I haven't gone through their code and created a pull request. It requires efforts. So I really appreciate this and really thanks a lot. Uh, that being said, if you are a subscriber, uh, even if you don't like this video, like giving a thumbs up, it's completely fine. But I would urge you to follow them on LinkedIn. Their user handle is this, secret prey, and uh, subscribe to them on YouTube also. They are not creating YouTube videos currently, but they do have 134 videos in this same domain that we are doing. So if you guys subscribe, maybe they'll start creating videos. Anyways, it's just a simple form of encouragement. I know we don't have a lot of subscribers, so uh, they might get only 1 or 2 subscribers, but still, if you want to thank their efforts, that's the way to go about it. So yeah, and to show how much in real time I am working on these videos is that they created a pull request 9 hours before, 9 hours ago. Sorry. After that, I have already released one video, part 66. I have commented on their pull request like 1 hour ago, and now I will be creating video for whatever the next part is. So I am also trying to keep up with these things, because I've missed a couple of days in between because of health, so I don't want to miss them right now. So let's start. Alexander, thanks a lot. So in last video we mentioned that we will add some button, and from that we'll go to separate page in which we'll show this item. Along with that we'll show the rating and all those kind of things. So for rating, or basically we'll be adding a review, right? So there are two things which normally go hand in hand whenever you are adding something. One is new action, second is create action. So for example, right now, uh, out of all the actions that we have used, uh, index is the common one, show is also really common. So Index we use this that action whenever we are trying to show a list of items, right? So for example, reservations is a list of items, properties is a list of items, and that's why on home page we use index. And show is something we use when we are showing something really specific. For example, when we are showing a property, so it's a specific property that we are showing. For example, if we will show this reservation, only reservation, not talking about anything else, then it would have been a show. But the main focus of this is to add a review. Okay, so in that we use actions like new and create. Okay, so I hope this basic definition is clear. Obviously we do have a lot of other actions also, but I'll just summarize this quickly. Index whenever we are showing a list of items, show whenever we are showing a specific item, new and create whenever we are trying to add something. Okay, so new will be our base basically, and when we want to call an API, finally when we click on submit and we want to call an API, that's when the create action will be used. So right now let's focus on this. Let's go to our code again, to the basic. We want to create a new page, right? So whenever you are creating new page, remember three things. Instead of MVC, RVC. Okay, by now you should have imprinted this in your brain. RVC is routes views controller. So let's go ahead. Config routes. We should create it inside this. For now I'll create it inside this, and later on if I want to change I will do that. We'll name it reviews. Do we have reviews earlier? No. So reviews, and we'll name it as new. Right now I'm focused on only new. So that's the R part out of RVC. Let's go to V, which is view. So we'll create a folder, name it as reviews, and in that create a file called new.html.erb. And finally C. So create a controller, reviews controller.rb, class reviews controller. In this video I'll just do some basic work, nothing complicated. We'll just set up the page. Reviews controller, this definition new, and that's it for now. Okay, we will have to create a page also, the button also. So for that, let's go to reservations index, and in that we should add item to right of this. Okay, so for that I'm just thinking how I want to place this. We have this image followed by these items. Basically what I'm trying to do is I have copied this entire property related details. Okay, so for example, if I cut this, the property related details will get cut. So for now I'm cutting this to create a div and add it inside this div. That's it. So basically I've added a div around it. Now I can add class flex. Let me check. I always forget about these Tailwind classes. Space between, I think that's it. Wait, not this. Space between. Not space, flex. justify content, this. Okay, this justify between, sorry. So let's use that, and along with this div, I'll add a button. Reserve. Let's copy this button. Or maybe I should keep it simple. Link to, sorry. Link to reserve. Then we will have to mention the path. For now I am using hash. Then we'll have to mention the classes. So for that we can use this, and we don't need these details for now. Obviously we could have used type button for accessibility purposes, but fine. Now we need path here, and let's fix this also. Let's fix the UI. Width not full. Refresh. Why is it taking this much height? Maybe because of this, justify between height 16, 12, 8, nope, 10. Got it. For now I'll keep it like this, but instead of reserve we'll use add review. There are conditions to this, like we don't want to add review always, right? But for now I'll just keep it like this so that I can route to the next page. Rails routes -c reviews. So you see, for new, this is the path that will get generated, followed by resolution ID, reviews and all, and this is the path that it can use. Underscore path. And followed by this reservation we can pass. So let's see. And it's working. Now just show a couple of details. So what I will do is, I'll go to our controller, private. Let's just copy any one of these to make it a bit quick. Where is it? Ended up taking more time. Instead of booking, let's not do all these things because we just have reservation ID. I'll just keep it like that. Later on we will optimize this code. So at that reservation is equals to reservation dot find params reservation underscore ID. Just a minute, yeah. So this will give us the reservation. We can optimize this code also. Even though this is 5-line code, we can optimize this using a before action, set, reservation, those kind of things. But we have to do this across this stack, right? So we will do this later on. And at that time when we will do this, it will be much more clearer why we are doing this. So now we can use this. For that, what I will do is I'll go to my index, reservation index, and that we are already looping through this, right? So I'll just copy this entire code. go to new, paste this entire code, and instead of reservation we will use @reservation. Correct. This is one thing that we will have to skip. I hope this works. Refresh, add review, and this entire thing is working, but in this we don't need add review first. Let's get rid of this. This is the first thing that we want to get rid of. We don't want these trip details. We can keep trip details, but I don't want the price details, at least. Yeah, so we'll get rid of this price details for now. And let's copy everything above this also. So main and div, we have to close two things. Let's close this. Okay, and we have this entire thing. Let's shift it a bit. We don't need this sidebar. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this, but instead we can use add reviews. Let's refresh. Looks a bit better. And add review. And later on I think we can get rid of this trip details also. I don't want that. And now we will add review related details here later on in this in next video. So I hope this is clear what we are doing. Related to optimization, again addressing that. Please mention if you are noticing anything that you think can be optimized, please mention it. Okay, and there is a two-way thing in this. One is, if I address this or someone from the community addresses this, it becomes a point of discussion in terms of whether it is good or how you are not correct in this and what are the things that might be required for you to improve, right? So basically it encourages discussion among community. So yeah, that's it. Subscribe to these videos. Again addressing, visit Alexander's profile on GitHub as well as YouTube, and do subscribe to them if possible. So that's it for now. Thank you. Bye bye.